The rivalry between Goku and Vegeta has been a subject of extensive discussion and debate amongst fans. From their initial clash to their current dynamic, their history is intricate and deeply layered. Throughout the journey, Goku has often managed to outshine Vegeta, but the Prince of Saiyans has also had his moments of surpassing Goku. However, there's a pivotal point in their story, specifically during the Cell Saga, in which the gap in power between the two Saiyans was absolutely tremendous, in which Vegeta was absolutely humble. So, for this what if, the story starts as Vegeta and Trunks emerge from the hyperbolic time chamber known as the Room of Spirit and Time. It is here where I introduce a subtle change in the storyline, one that would change events to come. So, what exactly changed, and how will this change affect the story? Well, these are questions we will answer today on Dragon Ball Z. In the past year, Vegeta and Trunks were working hard, pushing their bodies to the absolute limit inside the hyperbolic time chamber. However, in this version of events, Vegeta possessed the same keen insight that Goku had during his own year of training. After tapping into Super Saiyan grades 2 and 3, Vegeta quickly realizes their impracticality due to severe drawbacks in speed and stamina. Instead of persisting with Super Saiyan grade 2 like in canon, Vegeta charts a different course. Instead, he dedicates himself to mastering the Super Saiyan form, seeking a breakthrough that could shatter his limits. Vegeta pushes himself to sustain the Super Saiyan state for extended periods during their months of rigorous training in the hyperbolic time chamber. Through relentless effort and determination, Vegeta achieves what Goku and Gohan had accomplished in canon, mastering the Super Saiyan form to its fullest potential, known as Super Saiyan Grade 4. As they emerge from the chamber, Vegeta instructs Trunks to power down from Super Saiyan, mirroring his own actions. He is determined not to let Goku learn of this advancement from him, keeping the secret of mastering the Super Saiyan form close to his chest. As usual, Vegeta easily overwhelms Semi-Perfect Cell. Cell, who is unable to match Vegeta's power, resorted to a desperate plea to allow him to achieve his perfect form, in which he promises a more satisfying challenge in return. Cocky and eager for a formidable opponent, Vegeta granted Cell's request, confident in his ability to handle whatever came next. Trunks, despite his valiant efforts, proved powerless to prevent Cell from evolving. The transformation unveiled Cell's perfected state, radiating a newfound aura of unparalleled strength. Sensing this dramatic escalation, Vegeta smirked wider. He relished the prospect of a true battle. His fighting spirit ignited. Now poised for combat, Vegeta's power level surged, anticipation coursing through his veins as he prepared to confront Cell at his best. At this juncture, Vegeta had achieved Super Saiyan Grade 4, a form roughly on par with Goku's power level upon emerging from the hyperbolic time chamber a day later. As Vegeta unleashed his power, Cell acknowledged that while Vegeta posed a challenge, Cell's own strength still overshadowed the Saiyan princess. Nevertheless, Cell sensed an opportunity for an entertaining battle, smirking as the Saiyan genes within him surged with anticipation. Initially, Vegeta and Cell appeared evenly matched, exchanging blows that shook the landscape. However, Cell was merely testing Vegeta's capabilities, deliberately keeping his full power in reserve. Despite Vegeta delivering punishing blows and displaying remarkable prowess, Cell eventually asserted his dominance, defeating Vegeta with a single powerful strike. Standing over the fallen Vegeta, Cell pondered over his next move. Vegeta's impressive display of power left Cell contemplating the potential threat posed by the Z fighters reaching similar levels. Aware that facing multiple adversaries at such strength could indeed pose a challenge, Cell hesitated over his next move. In that moment of reflection, Trunks seized the opportunity to launch a surprise attack from behind with a powerful ki blast. Cell, quick to react despite his wariness from the battle with Vegeta, narrowly evades the attack and swiftly turns to confront Trunks. Cell, sensing the urgency to conclude the battle swiftly, pushed himself beyond the limits he had shown against Vegeta. His power surged to unprecedented heights. Meanwhile, Trunks, driven by determination and matching Vegeta's earlier level, found himself facing a Cell who no longer held back. Despite Trunks' valiant effort and resolve, the tide turned swiftly. With Cell now unleashing his full power, Trunks had little chance to demonstrate his fighting prowess before being overwhelmed and defeated by the superior opponent. Realizing the danger of facing more than 2 opponents of Vegeta and Trunks' caliber was a scenario that he couldn't afford to entertain, Cell gathered his energy, preparing to launch a devastating ki blast to end this threat once and for all. However, before Cell could execute his attack, Krillin intervened with a well-timed solar flare. The blinding light disorientated Cell, causing him to cry out in frustration and momentarily lose his advantage. Seizing the opportunity, Krillin swiftly grabbed Trunks and took flight, leaving behind the fallen Vegeta. As Krillin looked at Vegeta's motionless form, a sense of regret and self-blame washed over him. The weight of his decision weighed heavily on his mind. He knew there wasn't enough time to save both Vegeta and Trunks. In the end, Krillin made a difficult choice to prioritize Trunks' safety, knowing that their chances against Cell would be better with at least one of them alive. With Krillin and Trunks now gone, Cell swiftly ends Vegeta's life where he lay, erasing his formidable presence from the battlefield. Once done, Cell's focus shifted. He attempted to sense Krillin's ki but found no trace of energy left behind. Cell's strategic mind processed the implications of finding Goku after witnessing Vegeta and Trunks' impressive strength. It was clear to him that allowing Goku more time to train was not an option. Determined to confront Goku at his best, Cell devised a plan to draw him out of hiding. In a calculated move, Cell unleashed devastation upon Earth's military forces, leaving destruction in his wake. His broadcast to the world was clear and chilling. The Cell Games will commence exactly 1 day from the announcement. Much different from canon, where Goku had 7 days to rest. This declaration served not only as a challenge to Goku, but also as a menacing warning to humanity. Emerging from the hyperbolic time chamber, Goku and Gohan received a sobering report from Trunks, detailing the tragic events. Cell had achieved his perfect form. Vegeta had fallen in battle, and the Cell Games were scheduled to commence in a mere 7 to 8 hours. Goku's expression darkens as he absorbed the gravity of the situation during his absence. Despite the urgency of the impending Cell Games, both Goku and Gohan recognized the need to rest after their intense training. Gohan was left in Chi-Chi's care, while Goku, following his routine, teleported to New Namek to enlist Dende as Earth's new guardian. All these events occur similar to canon. The day of the Cell Games finally arrived, and Cell stood confidently in the center of the arena awaiting his challengers. True to form, Mr. Satan's antics provided little more than amusement before Cell, who swiftly dispatches him from the arena with a flick of his finger. The battle between Goku and Cell began much like it did in the original timeline, with each fighter testing each other's strength and skill. However, as Goku and Cell powered up the higher levels, Cell made a pivotal decision. With a surge of energy, he pushed himself straight to his full 100% power. Goku's face reflected a mixture of shock and determination as Cell unleashed his enhanced speed and overwhelming strength as him and Goku clashed once more. So, how will this fight turn out, and how will the rest of the Cell saga go? Well, these are questions we will answer today on Dragon Ball Z.